number 0099 dated 25th November 2025. FIR lodge বললাম upon a complaint by who lodged the complaint?
Respond number 2.
Respond number 2, lodged by respond number 2. It is informed by learned advocate for the petitioner that all the 7 accused persons, including the petitioners, have been granted anticipatory bail by the order. Any conditions was imposed?
My lord, a certified copy of the entire is there, my lord. I didn't check the order.
The order.
Perhaps in the first,
it is not here.
order টা নেই
কি বললাম
দেখি
anticipatory bail.
My lord, order is there, no.
The petitioners
I didn't check, my lord. What was the order?
No, upon surrender they have been granted. This is no anticipatory bail.
Oh, 41 compliant, that is why perhaps, my lord.
Accused 7 persons, they have surrendered before the court.
Yes, my
lord. But anticipated bail. Anticipated.
They are outsider, my lord. They do not know.
Including the present petitioners.
प्रोविजन अलग है नया कानून का हमको पता नहीं है पुराना कानून को नया कानून को पता नहीं है
The petitioners were debarred from appearing in the examination of fifth semester BTech Marine Engineering, which commenced on 5th December 2025. The petitioners have been served with an order of suspension, which is under challenge in the present writ petition. The petitioner intends to appear for the examination, which is as per the schedule. Mr. Wanso, learned advocate appearing for the petitioner, submits that after the incident, all on a sudden, the suspension order has been served upon the petitioners without giving any opportunity of hearing to them. The other 2 accused persons have been allowed to appear in the examination. The petitioners have challenged the suspension order in the present writ petition. The petitioners at present seek for allowing them to appear in the examination. On the contrary, opposing such prayer, learned advocate representing respondent number 2 submits that the order of suspension has been passed after thorough inquiry has been conducted by the who has conducted this inquiry?
Anti-ragging committee.
Anti-ragging committee. The petition number whose statement has been recorded?
2. The statements of all the petitioners have been recorded.
The statements of all the petitioners have been recorded, and thereafter this order has been passed. Order of suspension has been passed. He opposes the opposing to bolo diyechi thik ache chede din. Having considered the facts of this case, the admitted position is that the petitioners are fifth semester students who intend to appear in the examination. The suspension order passed by the campus director on 5th December 2025 is under challenge in the writ petition. In the meantime, there is a schedule which has been published for holding examination of BTech Marine Engineering 5th semester. The petitioner intends to appear in the examination. Considering the facts and circumstances, this court is of the view that the petitioner should be allowed to appear in the examination. Accordingly, the authority who will allow? Respond number 2, campus director.
My lord, he is present himself.
He is
I believe.
directed
Kindly record that so that
to allow, not required.
my lord, because my lord, if the students
He is
will go,
represented, sir.
he will go, my lord, then they will ask for the order. It happens generally. That is why, my lord, I
That
said.
he will take care of that. He is represented by learned advocate.
Yes.
He directed to allow the petitioners to appear in the exam, which is scheduled today and consequent dates ending on 24th December 2025. Respond number 2, you will be filing any affidavit in opposition?
No, just I received my copy of the.
Learned advocate for respond number 2 seeks to file affidavit in opposition to the return date 2 সপ্তাহ দিন. That such affidavit in opposition be filed within a period of 2 weeks. Reply, if any, be filed within a period of 2 weeks. Advance copy be served upon learned advocate for the petitioner. List this matter 2 weeks after the ensuing winter vacation.
Grateful,
My lord, the petitioners will participate subject to result of the writ petition. It will not create any equity.
What equity, sir?
Subject to result of this writ petition, my lord, the order has been stayed, it is not quashed, my lord.
দেখি কোথায়? It is made clear that the petitioners have been allowed to appear in the examination without prejudice to the rights and contents of the respondents in the writ petition.
ওটা কিছু winter vacation পরে?
As your lordship please.
Your right will not be prejudiced by their appearance. Yes.
আরে কলেজে একটু ছেলেগুলো মারপিট করবে, আবার জড়িয়ে ধরবে, তবে তো ভালোবাসা হবে। কলেজে
Yes.
করতে গেছে না ইয়ে করতে গেছে।
I have not passed any stay order or any suspension order. That's it.
Only they have
Only
been
they
allowed.
have been allowed to participate in the examination. We examine what is the suspension order all about. You file your affidavit in opposition, that will be examined.
Yes. Grateful. After that, I believe my lord, winter vacation will be there in college. College winter vacation. So, 20 তারিখ. Otherwise, the class will be again started, my lord, they will be again prejudiced. That is the difficulty.
Then you come afterwards. Let the exam be concluded
Yes.
on 24th December. If
Yes.
you face any problem, the bench will take care of.
My lord, the order, my lord, perhaps my lord, order will not be available by 2, my lord. So he may be allowed to without, my lord.
Communication.
He is present. The director is present.
Sir,
Communication. Later.
কি বলছে? দশ সাহেব কি বলছে?
just find out they should not be inconvenienced in appearing in the examination.
Yes, my lord.
The orders will be uploaded in the course of the day, but let them
Yes.
be allowed to appear in the examination.
Yes,
Right?
my lord.
You communicate it to your client. Yes.
Grateful. Grateful. Must be kept on record.
Yes.
My lord, item 61, this is the supplementary affidavit. And my lord, I have served also the supplementary affidavit yesterday. My lord, I will not repeat, only 2 things I would like to submit before your lordship, my lord. Firstly, these petitioners, my lord,
There is nobody on the other side.
Mr. Shanal appearing, Lordship.
And where is the added respondents?
Mr. Shanal engaging another court, Lordship. Kindly.
lord, I will take 5 minutes. In the meantime, he will come. Or your lordship can take it at 2 p.m. as your
2
lordship.
p.m. other matters. দুটোর সময় কি আছে? হ্যাঁ? দুটোর সময় এটা হয়েছে না?
No.
ম্যাটারটা কি দুটোর সময়?
হ্যাঁ
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা ও এ আছে দিব্যেন্দু আছে দিব্যেন্দু আছে দুটোর সময় একটু হবে না
তোমাদেরই তো
ঠিক আছে মিস্টার দাশগুপ্ত
My lord, may I?
ইয়েস
My lord, the only thing is, my lord, these petitioners have applied, taken a provisional admission to their respective colleges before the first date of the application, that is on 13th of September. And my lord, based on their admission, all these petitioners were issued registration certificate and they sat for part 1 and part 2 examination. And my lord, I have also annexed at page 5, my lord, the online application, the admission form started in the month of August 2023. That is 17th August 2023. I have annexed that notification also.
নো
If your lordship sees, I have annexed the application form and the college receipt of tuition fees. Page 17 is the chart and thereafter, my lord, the documents. Kindly see the date is also mentioned, the date of provisional admission. And this is the normal practice, my lord.
like one document show me
Yes, my lord. My lord, kindly see page 22. My lord, this is petitioner, one of the petitioner. Kindly see tuition fees 10,000 and in the very top, my lord, kindly see the date and the session, DLED session. 23-25 in the top date and the tuition fees 10,000. And this is the name of the college, my lord. And based on this, I was issued registration certificate and I sat for the examination. If my admission was bad, then the board ought not to have issued me subsequent registration and allowed me to sit for the part 1 and part 2 examination. Now the board cannot say so that this admission cannot, they are everywhere, my lord. Kindly see the next page, page 23. My lord, thereafter page 25.
no registration certificate was issued on which date
Well, registration certificate was issued in the month of December, January, and admit card was also issued prior. I have also annexed the admit card in the writ petition. Based on my admission, my lord, if I have taken admission on 10th of, suppose 10th of September. Based on my admission, registration certificate and admit cards were issued. That means this provisional admission was subsequently confirmed by the board. This is the difference from the previous case, my lord. All of them has taken admission. And the process started on 17th of August 2023.
okay
I have annexed the notification
Yes.
also. Another thing, my lord, these are the two things. And my lord, from 2012, when this DLED course started, this is the normal practice they are following. Taking provisional admission. Everybody has taken this provisional admission. And my lord, there is no entrance examination. So my lord, a merit list is only prepared for keeping the records and not for anything else. No marks is allotted. My lord, these are my submissions. Apart from what I have submitted earlier, my lord.
Lord, may I only indicate?
My lord, only thing, can I take your lordship's leave? A matter is going deeply over.
Lord, kindly, Lord, takes up my list of dates. I shall indicate only 3 dates would be relevant. আরেকটা আছে list of dates? That's no. Lord, will my lord take another list of dates, my lord.
Yes, yes, kindly.
Lord, kindly comes to, my lord, the second page of the list of dates. Lord, kindly sees, my lord, the third date, 17th August 2023. Lord, the respondent board published the notification online. And kindly sees, my lord, the date prior thereto, 13th September 2023. And then, my lord, kindly sees, my lord, the last but one, 8th November 2023, merit list. Now, Lord, in the teeth of this, Lord, kindly sees, my lord, when have they taken the admission? Lord, I am, Lord, addressing my lord, on their supplementary affidavit. Lord, kindly sees page 17, 17. Lord, the petitioner number 1. Lord, he is Rajkumar Jadhav. My lord has very kindly found, my lord. Lord, huh? Okay. Lord, kindly sees provisional admission date 12th August. That is even prior to, my lord, 17th August, my lord, when the process began.
Yes.
Kindly sees, my lord, serial number 19. Lord, kindly sees the date of admission.
17 is also. 17 also.
17 also. Then 19, 16 July.
24.
Then 24. Then 25. Lord, I don't comment on the correctness or propriety of the documents relied upon. Lord, because, Lord, I have not been called upon, Lord, to file an affidavit to this. This, Lord, has been used at the stage of, Lord, hearing of the application. But my Lord's magnanimity only permitted, my Lord, that very well, in the interest of justice, let it come. Lord, we do not know. But, Lord, this cannot happen in this manner. Lord, there are rules. Lord, they did not challenge the rules. The rules, my Lord, provide for, Lord, online application being made. Lord, the rules provide for that the online application would undergo a scrutiny by the college concerned. Then after the scrutiny, if the college finds that any application is required to be rejected, then it will not reject. It will not send the entire thing to the board along with an indication that these applications are liable to be rejected for this ground. Then, Lord, based on that, Lord, the board would prepare a merit list. Lord, this merit list will again be sent to the institute concerned login. Then, Lord, the institute concerned will intimate the candidate. Then, Lord, the admission happens. Lord, as it rightly fell from my Lord. Lord, when was the registration, Lord, in respect of the candidates happening? Lord, the answer was December 2023. Now, I, my Lord, indicated to my Lord, in respect of the term pursuing, Lord, Omkar Singh, Lord, the Honorable Supreme Court, my Lord, said, those who have already got admitted can be considered to be pursuing. To that effect, Lord, in fact, in compliance of the order passed by the Honorable Supreme Court, NCTE, my Lord, published a notification. Lord, it was indicated to my Lord, when I was addressing my Lord, that they clarified that who would be termed to be pursuing. Lord, not these people, Lord, who I would say, Lord, take a token admission and assurance from the institute that they will admit. If the merit list did not, Lord, permit them, they would not have really, Lord, got an admission on the basis of whatever money they have paid. So this is of no consequence. Now, Lord, kindly, Lord, permit me, Lord, to rely.
Does the rule authorizes the institute to
Does not. Lord, kindly.
take a provisional admission of a candidate who has not been approved or whose approval is under process?
Now, Lord, the answer, my Lord, would very kindly, Lord, find in the notification itself, 17th August 2023. Lord, my Lord would find this এক second. Lord, in my application also, Lord, may I only check?
Yeah, it is there. Okay, I find.
Lord, my lord would find that, my lord, at page.
It is there. 17th August.
Very good. Very good. Now, my lord would find that, my lord, there are, my lord, two notifications. My lord, one is 176,
Yes.
my lord, which provided for, my lord, the modified procedure, my lord, for admission.
176. I would need a copy of that.
Yeah.
It is in the application 176.
পুরো সেটটা আছে পরপর আছে তারপর একটা ওখানে এর মামলাটা
এটাতে এই তো গাইডলাইন now lord kindly sees lord the first 176 lord which provides for modified regulatory provision.
Second, the first one is 177, but after 3 pages.
Yes.
Now lord kindly sees one, the board shall invite session wise application for admission. Lord, one.
Yes.
Then Lord, the academic qualifications, etc. Lord, are Lord provided. Then Lord kindly Lord comes to Lord 7 application procedure. The intending applicants eligible in terms of eligibility criteria stipulated in notification of the board published in the newspapers or website or both shall apply online within and before the stipulated date as per the given instruction, annexing uploading relevant scanned or photocopies of the documents, so and so. Then my lord, the procedure for processing the application.
Yes.
The filled in admission form will have to be submitted to the listed institution selected by the application medium wise. Thereafter, the forms will automatically be transferred to the login of the institution. All the institutes shall have secret login and password provided by the board for access. Head of the institution will then verify and scrutinize the particular submitted. They will validate or invalidate the application online. Next, they will transfer online admissions forms to the board. Then the board will prepare the merit list digitally, placing all valid applications in order of merit. Thereafter, the board will forward the approved merit list of the respective institutions for admission. The institution will intimate the selected candidates. So there is an exhaustive procedure, my lord, laid down. And this, my lord, kindly sees Roman 8 of paragraph 8. Thereafter, the board will forward. My lord, kindly sees Roman 8 of paragraph 8 of the guidelines. So this will not happens only on the 8th of November.
Yes.
Lord, may I only add to this that the scrutiny and verification happens on the 13th of October 2023. So in any event, before their documents are verified and scrutinized, they don't not have any right.
So why on 17th August 2 notification has to be issued
Yes.
by the board?
Yes, Lord, kindly see, Lord, 176, Lord, I placed before my Lord now. This was, Lord, laying down the procedure. And yes, and Lord, paragraph 7 of this says application procedure intending applicants eligible in terms of the eligibility criteria stipulated shall apply online. That means a notification is going to come, so they will apply. Lord, 177 is the notification inviting the applications.
That's all.
Now, Lord, if there is,
Yes.
if Lord, there is, Lord, a particular issue which is not covered by an occupied field, Lord, there is a law. Lord, law prescribes it to be done in a particular manner. Lord, that Latin maxim, Lord, ominous exclusives. But all other Milord mode are then impliedly Milord excluded. Milord, we have Milord a rule in place, we have a guideline in place that this has to be done in this particular manner. Milord, to say that I resorted to any other mode which permitted me, because the institute took money from me and they assured me that you will be given admission. I say this is not within the scheme of the guidelines or the rules. Milord, such a manner, such a methodology, Milord, is impliedly, Milord, excluded. Milord, one decision, Milord, in support of this. Milord, this is 2012, volume 7. Milord, 2012, volume 7, Supreme Court cases, page 433, Priya Gupta. Milord, kindly, Milord, comes, Milord, directly to, Milord, paragraph 45. This was, Milord, with regard to, Milord, admission in medical and dental colleges. Milord, the maxim bonus judice es causa places an obligation upon the court to ensure that it resolves the cause of litigation in the country. Thus, the need of the hour is that binding dicta be prescribed and statutory regulations be enforced, so that all concerned are mandatorily required to implement the time schedule in its true spirit and substance. It is difficult and not even advisable to keep some window open to meet a particular situation of exception, as it may pose impediment to smooth implementation of laws and defeat the very object of the scheme. These schedules have been prescribed upon serious consideration by all concerned. They are to be applied stricto sensu and cannot be molded to suit the convenience of some economic or other interest of any institution. Milord, I pause here for a moment. Here, Milord, these gullible, Milord, candidates, Milord, they fell prey to the institutes, Milord, who subserved their economic interest. Now, Milord, they cannot claim any equity.
Yes.
Especially in a manner that is bound to result in compromise of the above stated principles. But kindly now, Milord, comes to paragraph 72.
Yes.
The balancing of equities by the court itself is inequitable. Some party or the other would suffer a setback or adverse consequence from the order of the court. On the one hand, if admissions are cancelled, the students who have practically completed their MBBS course would lose their professional education as well as nearly 5 years of their life spent in the education. If their admissions are protected, then the standard of education, the merit of the candidates, and the desirability of persons of higher merit becoming doctors is negated. The best solution to such problem is strict adherence to the time schedule, procedure for selection admission, and strict observance of the regulations by all concerned. Once these factors are adhered to, not only would such situation not arise, but also it will prevent avoidable litigation before the court. So there are rules in place. We will not only say that the rules be enforced.
Yes.
Only this much. I'm grateful to my.
Yes.
আমি 2 মিনিট বলে চলে যাব
হ্যাঁ আমারও হয়ে গেছে আমার আর
হয়ে
কিছু বলার নেই
your lordship will find page this supplementary affidavit page 8. Your lordship will find this notice number 176 dated 7th August 2023. This is modified regulatory provisions for admission of process and procedures of the 2-year diploma course such and such. And 5 your lordships will find just thereafter 177, that was 176, this is 177 dated 17th August. This is notification for online admission. So 177 is governed by 176. Clear? Now your losses will find probably my learned friend just placed my lord procedure for processing. My lord clause 8 up to your losses will find 9. 9. My lord clause 8. If I am not wrong, your losses in the R matters. I placed here before losses a list of dates that 8 November 2023, this approved merit list was published by the board. Now I fail to understand how even the admission fees or whatever have been taken, how can an institute taken? And the next point, what is the legal consequences of such money taken by a private institute? It's absolutely a private institute. It's an arrangement at best between a candidate and the private institute.
Yes.
It doesn't, my lord, result any sanction of public law. Law we have, my lord, said this is the procedure. Now see your losses, the next page of this, page 11. This ought not to have brought before your losses because the consequences will be more severe. Lord, kindly see paragraph 11 of the clause, rather. If any institute is found to be admitting or has admitted any student in violation of the aforesaid regulatory provisions of the board, the admission will be rejected. Now, could they now submit before losses? I'm still pursuing. Dates are admitted, no dispute. Then the very next provision, clause 12, a rejection of application or application. Clause Roman 1 not applied here. 2, the board reserves the right to cancel any application at any stage in the process and procedures before or after admission, even if the application is validated by the concerned institute and the consequent admission upon the approval of the board has been made. Mother, what would be the consequences? Mother, probably I did not narrate before your losses. According to me, for the benefit of them, they should not have been brought to your lordships' notice. No, you have. That's why my submission, because it will now it is. Oh, well, this is the thing. Admit card issued by whom?
By the board.
By the board after merit list published, not before that. So this was not before the board that you have been taken money. If the money taken, that will not yield any legal consequences, which binds the board. Board is not binded by this. This is an arrangement between you and. Just because you luckily subsequently your name transpired in the merit list, that doesn't legalize that you are admitted in that date, the date when the fees was taken. I don't know when this fees was paid also. I tell your losses why. Just your losses take up 1, 2, 3 things. Page 25, your losses, kindly have a look at it. I will give your losses some. 10th September 2023. One of the receipt your lordships. Now kindly see, just after the notification was published in the month of August, this money was taken by the institute. But kindly see, admission fees, 10,000 by cash, no by check or not by any digital mode. How do I know, my lord, this has not been procured subsequently?
Yes.
And admission before the merit list published. Now see your losses, the other one. Page, your losses will find 27. The tuition fees taken 5,000 even before admission. No admission fees were taken. Kindly see. Each will different consequences. Even by cash, this is 5,000. They're collecting money, just like a cheat fund. Then your losses will find page 30. Kindly see, tuition fee 10,000 by cash, no admission fee taken.
Yes.
Each your losses go, my lord, your losses will find even page, my lord, 23. On what account this amount taken, my lord, I do not find. 10,000. Chief Justice go on, your loss is checking like this. Well, it doesn't entail any legal consequence. It's an arrangement at best between the candidate and the institute. There is no public law element involved here.
Yes.
My learned friend cannot derive any benefit of that. And next to your lawsuits, we have placed it before us the judgment perusing admitted. Those who are admitted already. So, my lord, this is not an admission in law. This cannot be termed to be an admission in law. This is governed by public law. So, my lord, this doesn't yield any result at all in favor of the applicants. Very unfortunate thing. I don't know the consequence, whether after or that. Probably the Reed Court cannot be invited to go into this. When this was issued, this just because the date is written by cash, I could have understood had it been paid by check or by digital mode from bank transfer. Then your losses could have said that at least money was taken.
Is there any bar? That,
No bar, my lord.
Cash
It's not,
transaction.
this is not a question of bar.
My lord,
How
all
it is
these
proved that this
colleges-
has been issued? How it is proved this has been issued? And it's a bad play. Board is not bound by this. Board is bound only when admission list is published, and your lawsuits kindly consider clause 8, Roman 9. When the institute informs, page 10, 8, thereafter the board will forward the approved merit list to the respective institutes. And 9, the institute will intimate the selected candidates from the approved merit list serially through WhatsApp or email. Also inform them from subsequent states to be notified by the board. This has to be read with your lordships in the clause 11 and 12. Well, otherwise, this will be an anarchy position, my lord. Anybody will go like this.
Yes.
It's an admission of per students. Well, these are my humble submissions. Rest are the submissions. Well, I'm taking your lordships.
Only thing, my lord, these colleges are all approved by the West Bengal Board of Primary Education, and based on this, our subsequent registration and admit cards were issued. If they found that these admissions were illegal, they ought not to have issued the registration and admit cards. Now they cannot say so, my lord, in a subsequent.
Thank you. Attorney.
My lord, your lordship is reserving the judgment. ma'am.
Yes, for orders tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Alien. But Mr. Sudipto Dasgupta, learned advocate for the petitioner, who concludes his argument. Mr. Subir Sannal, learned senior advocate, appearing for the board, as well as Mr. Piyush Chaturvedi, learned senior advocate, appearing for added response numbers 8 to 11, also conclude their replies. Also conclude their arguments. Release this matter tomorrow for orders.
My lord, the supplementary affidavit may be kept with the record.
Yes, thank you. ওপরে একদম টপে দিয়ে দিন supplementary affidavit filed by the petitioners is taken on record, copy served. Copy has been given to all. Tomorrow for order.
My deeply.
Thank you, sir.
Item number 16. I am for the petitioner. Yesterday matter appeared before your lordship, matters pertaining to special education D.Ed candidates. Your lordship was pleased to give direction upon Ballad Akash Mondal case to permit them to participate in the process.
Yes.
I am seeking similar relief. And kindly come to page 20 onwards of the writ petition. I attach the admit card of the petitioners, respective petitioners, issued by the National Board of Examination in Rehabilitation. And kindly see the course name D.Ed Special Education. Column number 3.
Okay. This is part 1.
Part 1. This is part 1.
Okay. Yes.
23, 25 lordship.
They are similarly circumstanced?
Already passed.
Okay. Asu. By the present writ petitions, the petitioners have sought for direction to allow them to participate in teacher eligibility test within bracket in short TET, which is to be conducted with a memo number, with a notification under memo number 2061/WBBPE/2025/60 capital R dash 09/25 dated 15 September 2025. The contention of the petitioners, court fees paid.
Yes, yes, I have paid the court fees also. And affidavit service. Then it is there.
It is for all the candidates you have paid the court fees.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. The petitioners contain that they are all pursuing courses approved by the Rehabilitation Council of India within bracket in short RCI for special education as required for appointment to the post of special education teacher in primary schools. Mr. Dibyendu Chatterjee, learned advocate appearing for the petitioners, submits that the petitioners are pursuing D.Ed special education. What is IDD? What is IDD? Mr. Chatterjee, what is IDD?
IDD.
Within bracket, it is written IDD.
IDD is the subject code, probably. Because kindly come to the middle portion of admit card.
Introduction of developmental disabilities.
Yes.
What is subject?
Yes. Yes.
And the petitioners have annexed their admit card, which will show that they are pursuing candidates.
We already to
He seeks, he further submits that the in Akash Mondal and others versus State of West Bengal and others, and other writ petitions, WPA number 2754/2025, the pursuing candidates were allowed to participate in the TET examination. The present petitioners are similarly circumstanced.
Yes.
He seeks for similar relief. Para. Mr. Ratul Biswas, learned advocate appearing for the West Bengal Board of Primary Education, short WBBPE, submits that they are similarly circumstanced. In view of the above, in Akash Mondal Supra, following direction was issued. Paragraph.
Of your lordship earlier order, my lord, it may be disposed of.
17 থেকে দেবে না 17 and 18. In view of the above, the petitioners are also, the West Bengal Board of Primary Education is directed to allow the petitioners to submit application through online/offline mode. It is made clear that this order will be restricted to the petitioners in the present writ petition only, whose prayer for submission of applications are allowed. With the aforesaid observation and direction, writ petition disposed of.
Obligation. Get.
It দুটো আছে? Two applications are there? Two writ petitions or one? One.
Last date করেছিল এটা? Last date করেছিল?
But in another matter, my lord.
Hmm.
In another matter, my lord. My lord, I'm mentioning, my lord, out of turn, my lord. What has happened? My lord, on 1st December, the matter appeared before your lordships, and your lordship was pleased to give direction that matter will appear today. And under the same meeting, it was item number 1 on 1st December. Matter not listed.
কি হয়েছে কি মামলা?
না না তোদের না উফ
আচ্ছা যখন মেনশনিং এর সময় আসবে দেখ ছাড়ো না।
কি জন্য আছে আমি তো জানি না একটু। কালকে
It will be appeared tomorrow.
My lord, only my lord, little submission, only thing, my lord, since it is over. My lord, there was a cut-off date of my lord special educator, my lord, the recruitment process.
2nd December.
Second. My learned friend, my lord, filed it on 2nd, my lord. I have no objection, my lord, since your lordship has passed. My lord, after my lord 2nd May, my lord, whoever my lord come, my lord, your lordship kindly, my lord, take care of my lord this because my lord everything is over. But since your
He
lordship has
come
passed
within
the
time.
order,
On 2nd he filed.
yes, second only. My lord, we have not
Yes, I have understood.
we have not preferred any appeal against your lordship's order, my lord. So
Okay.
therefore, if we do not prefer any appeal, my lord, we have accepted the order, and my lord, we have to comply the order, my lord. That my lord will take care of that, my lord, but
Correct.
the my lord who have my lord, come will after my lord, that your lordship.
That you also indicate at the time of hearing.
My lord, absolutely,
Applications are
My lord,
filed after
absolutely.
2nd December.
absolutely.
Obligation.
এটা এখন নেব হ্যাঁ কি ম্যাটার
দেখলে senior
Oh, yes, yes.
মাস্টার চলে
At the time when the order was passed, I didn't segregate the list regarding pension matter, transfer matter. Now pension matter has been given 2 dates, Monday and Tuesday. So it will come up on Monday.
Can it be taken up on Tuesday?
আবার ঝামেলা তোমার এই জজ
But I have
সম্মত করে দেবো বলে
Supreme Court.
হ্যাঁ
Against them,
Yes,
against the primary board.
Discharge your functions in before the Honorable Supreme Court.
আমাকে দিয়ে যাও আমি করে দেবো
সেটা করতে পারে
সেটা তো করবেন
সেটাই করবে এবার।
হ্যাঁ এগুলো তো আমার দিয়ে দেবো
ডাকু সব তো বসে আছে আমার আর কাজ হবে
Lordship, I'm appealing for the state responder.
Not delayed payment of gratuity and arrear payment.
affidavit of service filed on your for
State respondent, Lordship.
state
Lordship.
affidavit of service filed on behalf of the petitioner is taken on record. By the present writ petition, the petitioner seeks for payment of interest towards delayed payment of gratuity amount and arrear pension from the date following the date of retirement till the actual payment of the arrear amount. Para. The petitioner contains that he was appointed as High Madrasa's assistant teacher. Sorry. He was appointed as a assistant teacher as এটা দেবেন না তো as assistant teacher in joined in Kashmir
Kashmir
in
Rahmania High School.
Kashmir Rahmania High Madrasa. Stop. The petitioner retired from service on superannuation on 31st January 2025 as a headmaster of the said institution. The petitioner duly filled up his pension booklet and submitted the same before the appropriate authority prior to his retirement. The pension payment order was issued on 13th May 2025. Arrears when received?
14th of July 2025.
The arrear, the gratuity and arrear pension was received on 14th July 2025. The petitioner seeks for necessary direction for payment of interest on delayed payment. Ms. Devjani Sahu, learned advocate appearing for the petitioner, submits that specific direction be issued upon respondent number 2 and 3 for disbursement of the interest on delayed payment of gratuity and arrear pension. Mr. Swanso, learned advocate, leaves him. Yes, you want to say something?
No, Lord, sure.
Leaves the matter to the discretion of the court. The petitioner retired from service on superannuation on 31st January 2025. The pension payment order was issued on 13th May 2025 and the gratuity and arrear amount has been paid on 14th July 2025. Hence, there is a delay in disbursement of the said amount. It is the bounden duty of the state to disburse the pension and retirement benefits to the employee forthwith. Hence, the petitioner is entitled to interest on delayed payment of gratuity and arrear pension. Accordingly, respondent number 2, Director of Pension Provident Fund Group Insurance, Government of West Bengal, and respondent number 3, Treasury Officer Baharampur 1, is directed to disburse the interest to the writ petitioner at the rate of 8% per annum on the gratuity and arrear of pension from the date following the date of retirement till the actual payment, till the date of actual payment of the gratuity and arrear pension. Such payment shall be made within a period of 8 weeks from date of communication of this order. Learned advocate for the petition is directed to communicate this order to respondent number 2 and 2 at the other Director of Pension and Treasury Officer for necessary compliance. With the aforesaid direction, the writ petition stands disposed of. Since no affidavit has been, দিয়ে দেন। রাবারটা কোথায় ফেলেছেন? রাবারটা
As
15.
per the petition. That's fine for the state.
State. This is petitioner is the employee.
My lord, himself. Appointed as an assistant teacher, retired as a headmaster, but a similar type of petition as the above one.
Same.
Same matter.
Date গুলো বলে দেবো নাকি? হ্যাঁ, ডেটটা বলে দিন।
The dates will be different.
এই অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট টিচার হেডমাস্টার রিটায়ার করেছে 31st
দাদা।
March 2020। Same. Booklet issued on 26th June 2021. Amount received on 16th July 2021. The same.
Item 16, my lord, I am for the petitioner.
My lord, in this matter, I am appearing for the state.
Report of an affidavit on behalf of the respondent number 2. Study, we shall file affidavit. Therefore, file it with this matter on 18th December.
You will be filing exception. What you will file? If you resume his previous service, full benefits, seniority increment without service break. Report. Where is the report? You're the petitioner. You're for the petitioner.
Petitioner.
Take it back. Who is the authority to file the report?
Respondent number 2.
Who is representing respondent number 2?
Madrasa Service Commission.
Madrasa Service Commission.
I am appearing for the school authority, Lordship. Mr. Protik Dhar.
Dr. Shantanu Kumar Patro. None appears on behalf of respondent number 2, West Bengal Madrasa Service Commission. For end of justice, the matter is adjourned.
My lord, I'll file my report.
There was a directions on the commission, Madrasa Service Commission to
You file your report, they say that they will be filing an exception to the report.
Lordship, can I
Report filed by the West Bengal Madrasa Service Commission is taken on record. Learned advocate for the petitioner seeks to file an exception to the report. Let such exception be filed within a period of 2 weeks. List this matter 1 week after the winter vacation. 1 week after the winter vacation. 1 week after the vacation.
In fact,
in the meantime, my lord, they will give the appointment. So, my lord, kindly to keep up before that. Otherwise, my lord, that should be highly critical.
no, the only reason, my lord, may I just,
My lord, my services continue till 31st December.
Okay.
If the matter of 31st December I will not get the appointment, so my lord, I will be out of service. There is continuation of service will be already. So that's
31st.
I may I say, my lord, the crux of the case is that when 26,000 SSC case, the Honorable Supreme Court set aside the appointments for a chunk of candidates. The Honorable Supreme Court saved. Those chunk happened to be those who had an earlier service, and the Honorable Supreme Court said that if you had an earlier job, in that case, make an applications that would be processed. And if it is found that you do not fall under the tainted category, tainted means those who were involved in the OMR, etc.
those were categorized in the very judgment itself. So on that basis, my lord, process was done. We found that he does not fall under the tainted category. There are about 197 candidates we have found. Thereafter, we asked for, there are 4 or 5 documents, the original documents or some documents that you actually, in your old job, you joined. He has not been able to produce that. So it is quite a simple thing. The moment if tomorrow, if he can produce, steps can be taken. This is the situation. But he has to, we cannot blindly, we cannot, unless he had an old job. Now, when I say old job, there has to be some documents to show that he had an old job. Appointment letter, joining letter, approval, or some that he has not been able to provide. That is the thing. I don't know what's the reason.
Subject to correction also. Madrasa Service Commission checked out everything. I was in the service in previously. Everything is going to disclose in the report. I am entitled to get the previous service.
No, my recommendation was there. We found, we recommended, but the moment I recommend, thereafter I don't have a role. Thereafter he has to join. Now I need something, some document that he has actually joined there and served there. That's all. So and for everyone we sought these documents. And
I have stated in paragraph 9 of
no,
the
it's not
petition.
about
statement.
It's a just get the documents.
When my lord, I submit my resignation, that all original paper kept with the school. That is I have stated in paragraph 9.
Then he has to stay. He has a different case.
Xerox copy of these all documents, and I specifically stated in the petition all the custody of the earlier school. So that is my contention is that there is no dispute that I have not was in the previous service. It is everything is going to check out. But only thing is that entire original document with the custody of the earlier school. That is the
School.
Hand over the original copy. That's why I will produce
Did he join?
one day.
Did he join in the school?
That is the point. That
I am for the institution.
So you file a report.
Yes.
Find out from your records
Yes,
whether he
yes.
joined or not. That will be
He
sufficient.
joined and he was there for only 1 day.
Anyway, 1 day or 2 days, that is not the
situation, but
issue
that
whether
is the record shows, but I can produce before lordship.
producer.
yes, yes. On that basis,
What will happen? He says that his rights will be affected if it is
now, I don't think rights should be affected because now the large number of matters are going on. Even these candidates, out of these candidates, whether all of them would be getting appointment because some of them are appointed after expiry of the panel. So, in fact, that matter was going on even before this matter.
So let it come up 1 week after the winter vacation.
nothing will
Then we
happen. That
file
is
a
not-
report whether he joined or not.
Yes, yes.
Ashun.
Kindly take it up next week.
No, next week. No. Mr. Report बोला report filed by the अच्छा Mr. Pratik Dhar, learned advocate, senior advocate appearing for the commission, informs the court that the petitioner name though has been recommended by the commission, but he has failed till date to produce that he joined in his produce any document pertaining to his joining in the previous post. Learned advocate for the petitioner submits that at the time of resignation from his previous place of posting, all the original documents have been furnished to the school authority. Mr. Which school is this?
Respondent number 13.
Respondent number 13, school नाम तो देखे ना मैंने, is directed to furnish a report detailing whether the petitioner joined in the institution along with copy of his joining letter.
Yes.
Okay. Please
Hello.
matter 1 week.
Once that is there, then no difficulty.
Okay.
But we cannot take the responsibility of that.
Please this matter 1 week after the ensuing winter vacation. Thank you. Next.
17.
70.
Okay.
In 16.
For the petitioner, but this is the story of a very unfortunate and helpless young girl who was selected in 2009. Lordship may kindly turn over to.
Well, I appear for the commission, Madrasa Service Commission.
in page 35, this was her selection under the Madrasa Service Commission for serving as an assistant teacher. Now, Lordship may kindly skip over to page 36. This is annexure P2. Lordship will find that she joined DBS Junior High Madrasa for girls on 25th August 2010. Lordship will find the endorsement at the very bottom left.
Yes.
Now, my lord, she was the one of the junior most assistant teachers serving the said madrasa, only in which only girl students used to visit. Now, my lord, within a very short time in 2013, she was made my approval. Lordship may have a cursory glance. It is in page 38. It is my approval by the district inspector of schools. My lord, the issue crops up after this. Within a short period in 2013, she was made the teacher in charge. Now, after being made the teacher in charge, she detected that there was widespread corruption going on in acquiring the midday meal and paying for the same. She took up the issue with the managing committee. The managing committee pressurized her that you have to sign on whatever documents we have, otherwise you can't work here. Under tremendous pressure, she did not agree to sign on the documents because she did not want to be part of that corruption. But at the same time, she was under severe threat of being murdered or raped, and that's why she didn't file any complaint with the police authorities, but made a representation to the Madrasa board for seeking a transfer. This application for transfer, Lordship will find in page 39. Didn't mention any reason, but see, she observed that it wouldn't be possible her to stay there and work without bowing down to the dictates of the members of the managing committee. That's why she simply made a representation to the authority for transferring her to somewhere else. And from that day, she left the institution and didn't join because of constant threats. Now, my lord, what happened? Thereafter, in 2020, page 49, Lordship may kindly take. 15. She received a letter that your
Page number?
My lord, page 49. She received an intimation from the secretary of the board of the Madrasa Service Commission that we are going to take up for a hearing with regard to your application seeking transfer. But my lord, by then, much prior to that, since she was not turning up at the institution, the managing committee issued a show cause and immediately terminated her. She, along with 5 others, 4 were reinstated later. Deliberately, she was not reinstated. An ex parte order of termination was passed by the managing committee. Well, since then, from time and again, she has been receiving threats from one person or the other not to join that institution, and she did not and could not join the institution. But eventually, she filed a representation. My lord, will find in page 56 to the secretary of the commission, only with a humble prayer that in view of the situations what have happened, kindly considers my representation, nothing else. My humble prayer before your lordship kindly directs the commission to consider my representation. What has happened has happened. Let them take a considerate view while considering my representation.
But 2 things. If he wants a simpliciter consideration,
Yes, man, that's what I am.
because I have no difficulty, we can take a decision on that. But fundamentally, what I was seeing, that suspension was of 2014. So in any case, he doesn't want anything. But where is the representations to us?
Page 56.
56 is there.
This is to the secretary.
And that's what I'm saying. Solution. No.
At the same time,
But
this
well,
was continuing since that was pending before the authority wished to decide whether to transfer or not.
Yes.
In the year probably
It is, my lord, 2020.
communication
Yes,
has been
yes.
made on 2020.
4th March 2020.
It is.
So
In any case, without deciding anything,
Yes,
Lordship may dispose of the matter, because the representation there is at page 56. We shall,
Yes,
in
yes.
accordance with law, because
Okay.
there are certain laws, but I don't want to say anything on that.
Yes, my lord,
But Lordship may kindly, that without deciding anything either way, Lordship may kindly have.
Asun, affidavit of service filed on behalf of the petition is taken on record. The petitioner contends that he joined as
Page 36, my lord, my joining letter.
he joined as assistant teacher
My lord.
of DBA's Junior High Madrasa for Girls Unit 2 in Dogachi.
Yes.
And subsequently, she was made the teacher in charge of the said institution. The petitioner detected corrupt and illegal practices in implementation of midday meal plan scheme in the said madrasa. She received threatenings from the managing committee. She made an application, the petitioner made an application for transfer on which date? 30th
My lord,
May,
29th April 2013.
29th April 2013.
2013, page
No,
39.
page 42. Page 42 is your transfer.
My lord, page 39. Page 39 is my transfer application for
Okay.
transfer.
13th, 28th. What is the date?
Page, my lord, 29th April 2013.
29 is April
My lord,
2013.
thereafter several reminders, page 39, 40.
And several reminders for her seeking transfer. However, the said was not acted upon and the petitioner was constrained from attending the school. In the meantime, the managing committee suspended the petitioner vide its order dated
My lord, 12th August 2014.
12th August 2014. The petitioner made representation before the Secretary, West Bengal Madrasa Service Commission for reinstatement and what is the prayer made therein?
For setting aside the order of suspension.
Setting aside the order of suspension. Mr. Respondent number, Madrasa Secretary.
He's respondent.
Well, so far as setting aside of, because this is a disciplinary matter. For a disciplinary matter, commission doesn't have any jurisdiction. They cannot do anything. So either lordship may simplicity say there is a letter representations pending with us. In accordance with law, we'll decide it.
The petitioner has raised grievance before raised her grievance before the Secretary,
Yes.
West Bengal Madrasa Service Commission, which has not yet been disposed of.
Yes.
Hence this writ petition. Mr. So and so, learned advocate appearing for the petitioner, seeks that the matter be relegated to the Secretary for consideration and disposal of the representation of the petitioner appearing at page number 56 of the writ petition.
In accordance with law.
In accordance with law.
Yes.
Mr. Pratik Dhar, learned senior advocate appearing for the Madrasa Commission, also submits that such representation be relegated to the appropriate authority for taking a decision on the matter. In view of the above, writ petition disposed of, directing such and such to consider and dispose of the representation. 3. To dispose of the representation of the petitioners in accordance with law upon notice to the petitioner as well as other necessary parties and pass a reasoned order. The reasoned order shall be communicated to the petitioner within a week of passing thereof. Since no affidavits have been called for, the allegations made in the writ petition deemed to be not admitted. It is made clear that this court has not gone into the merits of the writ petition. Within a period of 6 weeks from date of communication of this order, learned advocate for the petition directed to communicate this order.
Okay.
Item 18. Open correction शुरू होगा देखिए हमसे ना आगे ना बोलो
And I beg to appear for the state panel.
Action and increment.
Additional increment.
Initially, I am appointed as an assistant teacher. Thereafter, subsequently, I am promoting as a headmaster in present high school, high madrasa. Command of high madrasa, HS Institute Murshidabad. Lordships, last occasion, similar order has been passed.
Make a comprehensive representation. They will consider your representation. In.
Let me have a look to the order, Malak.
Yes,
Because in the writ petition,
he's claiming this is a circular which is not applicable to him.
may I just? Because one submission I have, the circulars which have been mentioned here, these circulars, these are applicable to for the schools only. This is my specific instruction. These are applicable to the schools, and so far as the madrasas are concerned, my lord, there is no such provision for granting of this additional increment for appointment as the headmaster of the school.
Okay.
And kindly see the notification dated, and your lordship has also indicated GO number 181 dated 8th October 2009. This has been annexed in this
By the present writ petition, affidavit service filed on behalf of the petition is taken on record. By the present writ petition, the petitioner seeks for direction upon the District Inspector of Schools, Murshidabad, to refix the basic pay of the petitioner who is discharging function as headmaster of Pamaipur High Madrasa HS upon granting 3% additional increment in terms of the notification dated. You're filing a report?
I will file a report.
Rupa for all.
Now he says that it is not applicable. Let the authority say that it is not applicable.
No, there is no difference, man. Rupa applicable to all teachers.
No, page 27, if you lordship kindly have a look, the circular.
Yes.
It is not applicable to them. You file it on basis of affidavit. You say that it is not
Yes,
applicable.
I will.
Mr. So-and-so, learned advocate, appear dated 10th February 2010 and 4th December 2014. Mr. So-and-so, learned advocate, appearing for your for.
This has been issued in consonance with the ROPA. ROPA 2009 applicable to all. Teachers, non-teaching staff, madrasa, everybody under ROPA.
He says that it is distinct. Somebody has to file something. You are representing which authority?
Lord, I am representing state authorities. Respondent
appearing for the respondent state.
Yes.
Submits that the government orders dated 10th February 2010 8th October 2009 are not applicable in case of headmaster of madrasa. He seeks to file a report. Let such report let such report be filed by state respondents on affidavit by way of affidavit within a period of 2 weeks. Advance copy 1 week for exception, if any. Please this matter after 2 weeks of intervention. Yes. এটা দিয়ে দাও এই অর্ডারটা, এই অর্ডারটা দিয়ে দিই। 2 weeks after the vacation.
Item 19.
আগেরটা চলে গেছে, আগেরটা পরেরটাই দাও না। এই অর্ডারটা হয়ে চলে যাও তো, অর্ডারটা দিয়ে কপি দেবে, আরেকটা দাও। Same, my lord, this is my lord, my lord's last occasions, my lord, senior friend appeared, my lord, this is the order, it's a corrected order. And each was a order to the corrected order. দাও তো ওই অর্ডারটা দাও তো এইটা এইটা দাও তুমি এটা নাও this is
Affidavit of service filed on behalf of the petition is taken on record
only
by
paragraph
the
5, 6, 7, my lord, is my learned friend, my lord, appeared. একটা অর্ডার নিয়ে আসুনি জোসেফে এতগুলো জেরক্স করলাম 7খানা 8খানা দিয়ে দাও না ও পড়ে নিক না পড়ে নাও পড়ে নাও my lord, subject to correction, your lordship, I have corrected my lord's order.
My lord, I have seen this order. Your lordship can pass this order. No problem.
By the present writ petition, petition seeks for direction upon respondent number 5, 1 to same.
My lord, this was my learned friend handed over by pen the corrected district and some, my lord.
It is the corrected, it is taken in. The petitioner contains that he is the headmaster of Lalgola Ramatullah High Madrasa Ichet. আর এখানে 5 আর 6টা বাদ দিয়ে দেবেন মিস্টার আচার্য তো এখানে আপনি করছেন 5 and 6টা বাদ 7টা থাকবে
ভুল করলো ফালতু বাজে কথা বললো
ঠিক আছে বাকি ডিরেকশন সে ডিসপোজড অফ
only my lord, the paragraph 5, 6, 7
বলে দিয়েছে
5 6 deleted
বলে দিয়েছে
7 will be there
7 no, 5, 6, only 5, 6.
Deeply.
I beg to appear on behalf of the Madrasa Board, Your Lord.
I am both the petitioner.
What happened?
Can't hear me.
I'm told, sir.
2022, in the present madrasa, the election was held. Government nominee was placed, Panchayat nominee was placed. Managing committee was constituted by way of 4MC form. Prayer was made before the madrasa board for grant of approval in 2022. Approval was not granted. Now the letter was corresponding to that extent that my recognition of madrasa was granted in 2023 for a period of 15 years. That will be expired in 2038. Now they are saying in another month for the other madrasa corner, they have made an application for extension of recognition to produce those documents. We have issued a letter. You have granted the recognition for a period of 15 years. It will be expired in the year 2038. Now, how we make an application for a extension? This is going on. Meanwhile, what happened in August 2025, the administrator was appointed.
Yeah.
Administrator was appointed by the.
So they have approved the committee. Committee has been approved by them.
Committee has not been approved. This correspondence was going on from 2022. Now, in the meanwhile, the administrator was appointed by the board. This administrator order was subject matter of challenge in the instant writ petition. Now, I showed your lordship in another matter, the Supreme Court judgment, and your lordship passed this order also same. Now, see this order, your lordship's order. And my learned friend was submitting that the examination will be conducting in the month of March 2026, but the examination is February 2026. Thus, you have to direct the administrator to conduct the election to constitute the managing committee. There by the end of April, your lordship has passed this order. In view of Supreme Court judgment.
Let my learned friend submit, then I'll make my submission, Your Lordship.
No, now the question of approval doesn't arise because the managing committee has been appointed. Now I have challenged the order of the administrator. And since the order of administrator was passed in August 2025, and thereby, my lord, let the fresh election be held. Now the Supreme Court order I have shown to lordship. The Supreme Court order.
Approval. No, this approval is pending with the authority board.
With the board.
If Your Lordship, may I?
Yes.
I'm just.
There the Supreme Court has been pleased that you appoint the administrator immediately, and administrator was directed to conduct the election within 2 months.
We are entitled to get those copies.
Copies,
copy is there. We cannot
Lordship,
controver.
yes, we cannot.
হ্যাঁ
কপি একটা দিলে ভালো হতো।
একটা কি দুটো দিছি একটা
দেখো এটা
একটা
আমাকে দিলে ভালো হতো।
can I get a one but same order same order
If your lordship, the interest of the students is paramount in a madrasa or a school, whatsoever it may be. Now, this particular madrasa, their high-handedness, they were running rather without the approval. The board has never accorded any approval to them. And what my learned friend was submitting, that he has got an extension of recognition. So in 2017, we had issued a circular inviting all the madrasas, stating that all the madrasas affiliation has been cancelled. So you come forward with an application for recognition in a new way. But the concerned madrasa never bothered to give any heed to it, and they never approached the madrasa board. Thereafter, after they submitted the form, that is called Form 4C, after they submitted for granting to give permission or to get recognized as a managing committee.
The approval of the managing
Approval of the managing committee. That approval was not accorded to them by the board, and rather the board wrote to them. I lordship page 29. Page 29. Page 29. I had written to them. What was the content? With reference to the subject noted above, the undersigned is directed.
Yes.
Lordship, page 29. What is the sub and substance of the matter? Why we wrote to the concerned madrasa? And it was addressed to the teacher in charge. The teacher in charge, with reference to the subject noted above, the undersigned is directed to request him to furnish the updated recognition of this madrasa. So the teacher in charge, concerned teacher in charge, was asked to submit certain documents. And what was in reply to that, ওই পাতাটা কত নম্বর ছিল? I'll draw your lordship's kind attention to page 32.
Before that, give the notification of 2017.
That notification was there. They never bothered. Lordship, 2017 notification টা কোন পাতা আছে দেখা, আমার কাছে আছে। It is their contention also. It is an admitted fact that 2017 there was a notification. I'll place before your lordship. My juniors are hunting for the same. So your lordship, thereafter the reply. What is the reply? Page 21. Your lordship may find that circular at page 21. The heads of all recognized madrasas within the state of West Bengal. Extension of recognition in madrasa. So we have cancelled all the recognition of the madrasa and invited the fresh application. But this concerned madrasa, they never bothered. They stated that we have already been equipped with an extension of 15 years, so we need not. So it is their high-handedness. So whatever orders, if suppose it falls from your lordship, so I am bound to oblige with that order. So whatever order the board passes, the school concerned or the madrasa concerned, they have to abide by that order. So they never even bothered to. Thereafter, when they formed submitted the forms for recognition of the managing committee, reconstitution of managing committee, we wrote to them to supply to certain document, to which what they replied in page 32. Lordship, find it in page 32.
Yes.
This is to inform you that the undersigned, being a responsible person as well as a legally valid teacher in charge of Mandarpur High Madrasa, non-government aided, recognized madrasa, respectfully states that you, being the secretary, must aware that the board was pleased to grant. So, sir, the language used, what kind of what education this secretary or the teacher in charge will impart to the students? when they are not even giving any submission to the board, which is their superior authority, and they are using the public money. Now, it further goes on to show that, therefore, question of further extension of recognition does not arrive at all. It is pertinent to further mention that the managing committee was newly reconstituted as per prescribed rules, and all relevant papers as per prescribed rule has been submitted on 16/9/2022 for your kind approval, and newly reconstituted committee has been taken over charge on and from 13/9/2022. So it is arbitrary in nature. They are specifically stated that the reconstitution of managing committee has already taken the charge without the approval of the board. Now, which further I would like to state that reconstitution managing committee is still functioning. See the high-handedness of the teacher in charge. To whom they are addressing? They are addressing the board, the superior authority.
Yes.
All relevant documents on 26/5/2025 as asked for your under memo such and such. Now, I'll draw your lordship's kind attention to the last paragraph. See how rude the paragraphs are. In this regard, you are requested to put the query to your office regarding extension of recognition as well as reconstitution of managing committee, and to update your record so that this type of mischievous letter or communications are never served to the undersigned.
Yes.
So they will not abide by any laws, they will not abide by any rules, they will not abide by anything. Despite the same, they will use the public money. What is so important regarding managing committee? Managing committee is for the benefit of the student at large. The student's interest should be paramount. Why the managing committee is so much harping and showing their high-handedness, not budging an ends or not replying to the queries, not going to the institution or to the board's office to meet the queries of the secretary and the concerned president? Now, what happened? Thereafter, we called them to the board office. Page 38, no, 35. Page 35, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Last paragraph, a detailed statement regarding further improvement in accommodation, teaching, and sanitary condition and his staff position should be submitted to the board within 6 months of the receipt of extension recognition memo. If the percentage of the pass-fail falls below 30% of these candidates sent to the madrasa for 3 consecutive years, the recognition may be withdrawn. So whatever recognition it is given, it is subject to some rider. The rider was to supply certain document which they never failed. They never supplied to the board. Thereafter, the board called for a personal hearing. Despite the same, they never turned up. Lordship, page 38, I'll draw your attention that what happened. We passed an order, and by virtue of this order, an administrator was appointed. Please note that Mandarpur High Madrasa, Purvo Midnapur, has been functioning under a managing committee which has not been approved, which they themselves has admitted that we have not been accorded the approval, but despite the same, we are running. We are functioning. So it is in furtherance to that, West Bengal Madrasa Education, due to non-submission of requisite documents, despite repeated communication, the teacher in charge has failed to cooperate with the board, neither submitting the required document nor appearing for the scheduled hearing on the 9/7/2025. So they were called for a scheduled hearing on 9/7, and on the earlier occasion, they were asked to supply certain documents which they never did so. In continuance of the order and in the interest of natural justice, I am directed to inform you that a final hearing has been scheduled in connection with the above matter, particularly regarding the approval of the newly constituted managing committee and extension of his term. So it was, and this notice should be treated. Now, this was a final notice, and thereafter, they never turned up despite the second notice, which was given for abiding the natural justice. and thereafter a final order was passed in page 40, which specifically states why we have appointed an administrator. Because the concerned teacher, there was an allegation of defalcation as well. The teacher in charge concerned, he was bent upon recruiting his brother-in-law, his sister-in-law to the teaching and non-teaching post as well. So this is the high-handedness. What else we can do? Administrator, appointment of the administrator is the best thing.
But then extension, he says that extension was already given. So
No,
there was
extension was not. Extension, firstly, the extension was accorded for 15 years. Thereafter, in the year 2017, we issued a circular, which I lodged page 20. Thereafter, by virtue of this circular, all the recognition was cancelled. Now, the madrasas concerned, they were called before the board office with the requisite document to get a new sanction. But till as of now, they have not even bothered to take that sanction.
okay.
So if I put it in this way, and moreover, what is the locus? I'll challenge the locus of the secretary concerned, because he is not the secretary, he himself is admitting. Then what is the locus of the secretary to file this application, to file this writ application?
Secretary of the managing committee.
When there is no managing committee, it has not been approved by the board.
I am for the state. I have little submission. I am adopting. If your lordship can take page 35, although I am the financing authority, because the state is to be financed all this. Page 35. What was the condition at the time of giving 15 years extension?
It is very important.
My lord, may I read it first? The board is pleased to grant extension of recognition of such and such matters for a period of 15 years. On the basis of that, they are claiming, with effect from such and such or until further order. The word is valuable. Or until further order, whichever is earlier. A detailed statement regarding function of improvement of accommodation. It is to be fulfilled. On that condition, it was extended for 15 years. I'm reading. Teaching, sanitary condition, staff position should be submitted before the board within the 6 months with receipt of such and such. If the percentage of pass
below 30%,
below 30% of candidate, this sentence. Now, my lord, kindly come that final notice at page 38.
Yes.
Final notice of hearing regarding extension. Issue is extension, whether it is to be done. Even then, 17 circular was there. As well as the approval of the managing committee. Notice was given, they did not turn up. Now, kindly come why administrator has been appointed. Page 40. There was simpliciter extension for a period of 15 years, not that. There are some condition precedent for granting such. My lord will kindly consider this. Because if I grant for 15 years, for that reason, the managing committee, although there is no managing committee at all, since no approval from the board itself, they cannot go like as their own. There must be fulfillments of other conditions. Now, my lord, kindly come on this score, page 40. I am reading from paragraph 2.
Yes.
By virtue of that memo, just now I have read, granted an extension for recognition for a 15 years with effect from such and such on funding which was there. And whereas the board on betterment of the institution, academic, paramount consideration of students are there, and other issues involved, general circular such and such, and annexed. Within all recognized madrasas such and such cancelled, institution was directed to submit and fresh application for extension for recognition along with the following documents. But these documents are required for either for extension or for new. There are some clauses are there. So unless they fulfill this, they cannot get the automatic extension for 15 years or continuation of. Now, my lord, kindly see the reply itself. Thereafter, and your lordship will see page 42. paragraph last but one. Whereas, despite being informed seriousness and urgency of the matter, Mr. Abed Ali Sheikh, teacher in charge of such and such, provided misleading information to the board regarding recognition of the madrasa. Furthermore, he failed to appear before the board as directed. He is the subordinate authority, must follow the dictum of the board itself, subject to correction regarding hierarchy. Otherwise, nothing will go further. Hierarchy must be maintained, as we learned from your lordship. So, unless these compliance are there, automatic extension, nothing. Now, I can see the next language. But I am shocked to by a secretary writing to the board in a language I believe it should not have been. But page 46. After reading all this, page 46. Kindly wait. Yes. Last but one paragraph. That order which have communicated just prior to I am reading. Now, whereas the order passed by the board bearing such and such 21/7/2005 is totally illegal. Who is the authority to decide the illegality? Here, my lord is there to decide the illegality of the administrator appointment. But he cannot adjudge that whether my upper authority is what is the order passed, it is illegal. He is the dictator of illegality. Now, and violation of management recognized in madrasa such and such liable to be set aside. Now, therefore, you are again requested to restrain yourself. Kindly see the word. But I do not see anywhere I can dictate somewhere who is my superior authority in that. You restrain yourself. Otherwise, I shall do something further. Whether how far he can go. Being a unapproved madrasa's teacher in charge without any valid resolution of the managing committee, being a member of the managing committee cannot maintain the writ. But this is a judgment of Justice Jyotirmoy Bhattacharya, you lordship. But it is a busybody. In that word, it has been held. It is a school matter. If the managing committee comes, there must be a resolution to that effect. Either approve or non-approve. Otherwise, a single member of the managing committee cannot maintain the writ. This is the first thing for entertainability or maintainability of the writ petition. But I can give my 10 minutes that judgment itself. I have with my. It is a settled law. I cannot show any judgment to that effect. Let the petitioner first satisfy your lordship regarding maintainability of the writ. Being a busybody, a member without valid resolution of the managing committee, even approved or unapproved managing committee. So I leave it to lordship whether this petition should be entertained first. Then direction for continuation, extension, or approval or recognition part.
This is filed by whom? Filed by the secretary.
Secretary himself without any valid resolution of the managing committee. He is a busybody.
Yeah.
I have not little argument. He will answer.
Now kindly see the petitioner name. Number 1. That is first letter. Who is the party? Managing committee before lordship, not the secretary.
Resolution.
ওয়েবসাইটটা করো না।
তুমি বলো না, তোমাকে তো কিছু বলছি না, তুমি মামলা করো,
তুমি বলো না।
The managing committee, Midnapur, Mandarpur High Madrasa, this is the managing committee, is a party to the writ petition. Now 2 is the secretary on behalf of the managing committee. Therefore, secretary himself did not move these writ petitions. The managing committee has one petitioner, secretary 2 is the representative on behalf of the managing committee. Now kindly see paragraph 2. By reading that paragraph 2. That the petitioner number 2 is the secretary of the Mandarpur High Madrasa, and the petitioner number 2 was authorized by the members of the managing committee of the above mentioned madrasa to move the present application. Therefore, The managing committee authorized the secretary to move the present petition. And the secretary, he himself did not move the, because he has got no local standing. That's why managing committee authorized him. All the members. This is my first point. Now the second point, page 20. Page 20.
The resolution of the committee? Resolution of the committee authorizing the secretary?
Now, if you want, I will produce the resolution.
So produce
Because
that.
at the present moment, I have got no resolution. That's why I have stated it pleadings. They have been authorized by the resolution to move the petition.
Produce
So
the
what
document.
here I can
On which date? On which date the resolution was taken?
resolution was taken.
On which date?
On which date, before moving the petition. Before moving the petition.
This you have not disclosed in your writ petition on which date the resolution was taken, that is secretary have been authorized.
Since the secretary has been authorized by virtue of a resolution, I did not mention the date, but if your lordship's desire, I can produce the resolution. I can produce this.
Produce the resolution.
Now, my lord, the second point is that, kindly see page 20.
Yes.
Page 20, kindly see. I'll see date. 29th August 2014, the date. Now, what he has written? The board is pleased to grant recognition, extension of recognition to Mandarpur High Madrasa for a period of 15 years with effect from 1/5/2013 and until further order, whichever is earlier. Therefore, the 15 years recognition have been granted by virtue of that memo or until order. Now, the second circular, 2017. This is very important. Now, what he has written? The undersigned is directed to state that the case of extension of recognition of madrasa accorded recognition as junior madrasa, high madrasa up to 1985. Kindly note that up to 1985 and extended until further order, subject to the terms and condition, has been under consideration of the board for some time past. Now, kindly see. After careful consideration in terms of the resolution adopted in the meeting of the board held on 2nd August 2016, the board is now pleased to decide. Now, kindly note that the madrasa which are enjoying the extension of recognition in terms of the office circular dated 5/1/81. The date is very important. And circular number 9/1/1987 and circular dated 16/12/1994. Therefore, the madrasa who are enjoying the recognition in terms of this three memo, they will have to make an application for phase extension. We are not under those circular. The circular has been mentioned for phase extension. We are not coming under that three circulars. That's why we are not required to make an application for phase extension. When you have granted extension for 15 years, are those three circulars under which we are not coming? That's why we are not required to make any application for that or phase recognition.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now kindly see, when the managing committee was constituted, 4MC form has to be submitted for the purpose of approval. And in 4MC form, we have annexed all relevant documents before the board. Kindly see 4MC form, page 20. Sorry, madam, page 22 and 24. 22 is the prayer for approval and page 24. This is the specific form 4MC. And in the 4MC, all these documents have been given before the board. Now, after those documents were submitted before the board, what the board has done, you are hammering by issuing a letter, produce the updated recognition, produce the updated recognition. We are giving letter, the look by your memo. The recognition has been granted by for 15 years, and your circular 2017 specified 3 circulars under which we are not being covered, because 81 circular, 84 circular, and 94 circular, these are the circulars.
Your letter of recognition. Your letter of recognition.
Letter
That
of
will
recognition,
specify
page
the
20?
circulars.
Page 20?
No, that is the extension, no? I'm asking that by dint of which circular your recognition was granted by the authority. The question of extension comes later. So what was the circulars mentioned therein by which you were given the recognition?
A recognition letter I have not annexed, because the question of extension is coming here.
You say that these circulars does not apply in your case.
Yes.
But if the recognition at the first instance when it was given, those circulars are mentioned, then you are guided by these circulars.
No, my lord. The extension of what is the content?
Every time it is not required that you quote the circular.
No, my lord.
But if you raise this issue that these circulars are not applicable in your case, in that event, the initial order has to be seen whether those circular numbers have been quoted in your order.
No, I am giving that reply to your lordship query. What is the next? Then I am reading the letter.
Sir, you produce the resolution by dint of which the secretary, so-called secretary, has been appointed to file this writ petition. And also your recognition at the initial original order which was issued by the board granting you recognition. That order, because you say that these circulars are not applicable in your case, only those madrasa which fall under these circulars have to pray for extension. You did not pray for extension because these are not applicable in your case. I want to see that whether these circulars apply in your case. Produce your original letter of recognition
and resolution.
And resolution.
I will produce. Another one short submission. Now we are not concerned with the managing committee. We are concerned that since the administrator has been appointed, to hold this election. What is the bar?
And why are you taking steps as a managing committee when it is not approved? Who has authorized the managing committee to function?
Authorized or unauthorized?
You cannot take the powers in your own hands.
I am giving that reply. Managing committee was constituted in 2022. The requisition was sent for requisition salary was sent.
No, it is not your case that you simply sit or file a writ petition that since the approval is pending, let a fresh election be conducted. This is not the case. In the meantime, you have acted without being authorized to take decisions on behalf of the school as a managing committee.
Managing committee has been active and making that submission. And in 2022, managing committee was constituted. You did not grant any approval. You did not appoint any administrator. After 3 years, you have appointed the administrator. Then the salary will not be disbursed to the teaching, non-teaching. And when I made this requisition by the managing committee, DI approved that. DI released the salary. All bank account has been operated. That has been recognized.
May I hand up that judgment, dear Lordship? I got from your Lordship's court. That without
present writ petition,
authorization, managing committee, the one individual member cannot.
Petitioner seeks direction upon the respondent authorities, particularly the Secretary of West Bengal Board of Madrasa Education, to grant approval to the new managing committee. See, on one hand, you are praying for approval, on the other hand, you are taking decisions. আচ্ছা, তার আগে and also উপরে দিয়ে দিন, seeks for cancellation and withdrawal of order dated 1st August 2025, passed by which authority?
By the board, Secretary Madrasa Board.
Passed by the Secretary, West Bengal Board of Madrasa Education.
Page 40.
Annexure P10. And তারপর ওটা দেবে না for English. ওইটা আগে দিয়ে দেবেন, এই যে withdrawal ওটা আগে দিয়ে তারপরে and আছে। হ্যাঁ
48 তো
48 না
লট এই হ্যাঁ P10 ঠিকই বলেছে।
Soumen Dotto, learned advocate for the petitioner, submits that the approval has not been accorded to the newly elected managing committee on the ground that extension of recognition of the madrasa has not been sought for. In the meantime, the board has appointed an administrator, which is illegal and arbitrary. He submits that a specific direction be issued upon the administrator to hold the election of formation of new managing committee. Mr. Nadim Sulaiman, learned advocate appearing for the board, submits that by dint of notification dated 1st August 2017, the madrasas throughout the state of West Bengal was directed to apply for fresh extension of recognition, which has not been complied by the school authority, by the madrasa. The requisite documents which were required for extending the recognition has also not been furnished. The managing committee, without the approval of the board, is functioning high-handedly. The institution, such as madrasa, is operated for the betterment of the students. However, the action of the committee, high-handed action of the committee, is affecting the future of the students. The committee, unapproved committee, is utilizing public money without any authority. Mr. Prince, learned advocate appearing for the state, submits that since the managing committee has not been approved by the board, the petitioners have no locus to maintain the present writ petition. In support of his contention, he relies on the decision of this court passed in Apurva Kumar Ghosh. No, what is the name of the petition?
I did not file, but kindly make it in the writ petition being WP number such and such.
Acha. This versus this code, we'll check it.
I am checking it.
WP into parenthesis contains and he relies on the decision of this court passed in WP 1241 within bracket W of 2010.
Right.
He also, in the similar fashion, indicates that the extension is granted by the authority on fulfillment of certain terms and conditions. And further, the extension is granted for a certain period or until further order, whichever is earlier. Thus, the authority concerned has the authority to withdraw the recognition at any point of time in the event there is any breach of the condition. Mr. Dotto Para, in reply, submits that the petitioners, by way of a resolution, has been authorized to move this writ petition. He further indicates that the circulars as mentioned in the order dated 1st August 2017 seeking for fresh extension of recognition does not apply in case of the present madrasa. He seeks to produce the order of recognition. When was the recognition given?
Paragraph
in
2
view
of
of the
the writ
above, the petition is directed to produce a letter of recognition, recognition, order of recognition,
But 2000.
and the resolution authorizing the petitioner to move this application, writ petition, on the returnable date by way of a supplementary affidavit.
And the recognition was granted 2000. Recognition was granted
2000.
September 2000.
2000 এই recognition এর ডেটটা দিয়ে দিন তো 2000 বলছি of the year 2000, 1 week after the vacation.
Obliged to you. No matter returnable kindly.
1 week after the vacation.
Oh,
My lord, can I submit the report of the administrator, what the administrator has forwarded to me? This is very grave, your lordship. It is because of that.
ওপরে একদম টপে report filed by the administrator Mandarpur High Madrasa dated 13th November 2025 is taken on record.
তো পাবি একটু কপি বার করে নি
কপি দিয়ে দাও এটা একটা করে আমাদের রাখা
ঠিক আছে একটু কপি আমি দিয়ে দেবো তাহলে
কি বলছো একটু দেখি
জেরক্স করে দিয়ে দাও
জেরক্স করে তাহলে দিয়ে দেবো কি করবো এই কপি পাবি আছে তাহলে তো ঠিক আছে বাস আছে ঠিক আছে আছে জেরক্স করে
জেরক্স করে
পুরো করিস না হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে লর্ডশিপ
হ্যান্ড ওভার
জেরক্স করে তো জেরক্স করে একটা ওনাকে কপি দে ঠিক আছে
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ we are grateful
cheers.
I am appearing with Supriya Chattopadhyay advocate. Yeah, I have given.
Sorry.
Get to
তখন দেখবি আর কি করবো কালকে আবার মেনশন করবো এটা আপলোড হয়নি ঠিক আছে আমরা ওই অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট ঢুকিয়ে দেবো এটা কি আছে দেখি
21.
Yes.
21, I'm for the petitioners, my lord.
My lord, I appear for the Madrasa Service Commission.
I'm for the state
Four
response.
petitioners are before your lordship, my lord. I have paid the deficit court fees, and this is my affidavit of service. Look, the petitioners participated in 7th state level selection test conducted by the West Bengal Madrasa Service Commission for the classes 9 and 10 and 11 and 12. My lord, the advertisement is of May 2023. Your lordship will find the advertisement at page 18 of my writ petition.
No, they are which of the petitioner appear for 9, 10?
My lord, only the petitioner number 4 appears 9 and 10, rest 3 are for 11 and 12. I have mentioned also, my lord, in my paragraph.
This
Paragraph 4, my lord. I have mentioned.
7th state level
The advertisement is of May 2023, my lord. In the advertisement, thereafter, a guideline has been published, my lord, which I have annexed in my writ petition, that is appearing at page 26. My lord will kindly consider the guideline.
Yes.
The relevant part of which I am relying, my lord, is at page 28.16. It says, my lord, qualification will be as on last date of application. But in the advertisement, but they have stated the application will be received up to 12th of June 2023. 2023. My lord, what happened, my lord? If your lordship kindly turns to page 31.
No, this is the guidelines. Where is the advertisement?
Page 18 is the advertisement. In the advertisement, there is no such details which they incorporated in the guideline.
What are we open from till the midnight of 12 June 2023?
Yes, but 12 June 2023 was the last date within which the candidates need to file their online application form. Now they have extended the time that your lordship will find at page 31.
Notice.
Now page 31 says that application for submission of online application form has been extended up to 19th of June 2023. And your lordship will also find in corrigendum 3, they have allowed participation of us, which in the main advertisement they did not. Well, it says qualification will be as on last date of application, provided that a candidate having B.Ed approved by the RCI or a candidate pursuing B.Ed approved by the NCT may also apply, subject to fulfillment of other terms and conditions. The petitioners before your lordship are the candidates who are pursuing their B.Ed, Bachelor of Education, for the academic session of 2021 to 2023. Now this
academic session for
2021 to 2023.
B.Ed.
B.Ed.
Okay.
Now our B.Ed certificate, your mark sheet, if your lordship will find at page 22 onwards. This is the result of 4th semester, my lord. The course
is of how many semesters? 8.
2 semesters per year. It is total of 2 years. So 4th semester. This is the 4th semester. And we have obtained our degree by and between August 2023. And the recruitment notification by the Madrasa Service Commission is of June 2023. So they by himself allowed us to participate in this process by declaring in the corrigendum number 3, my lord. My lord, we have participated in the process, my lord. My lord, admit cards have been issued in our favor. Yes. My lord, there are 2 parts of examination in this process. In the preliminary part, we have been declared qualified. So we have been called for interview and verification. Well, the result of written examination published in the month of December 2024.
Yes.
The result of written examination published in the month of December 2024. So by far we have obtained our degree, because we obtained our degree at August 2023 and the written examination held in March 2024. And result published
December 2024. So after the publication of result, they have given the interview list in which our names are appearing. Interview intimation letter has been issued to us. We have participated in the interview process also. Now, after the interview process gets over, in the month of March 2025, they have issued another notification saying that re-verification will be done by them. But the reason for re-verification has not been cited in any of the document by the respondent commission. So in re-verification also, we have been issued the re-verification notice, and the intimation has been issued to us. So we participated in the re-verification also. But thereafter, complete silence. But what they did, in the September 2025, they published the panel, excluding us. Why I am saying so? Because at the time of examination,
Yes.
carbon copy of OMR sheet has been handed over to us. Our carbon copy of OMR sheet has been handed over to us, as well as the final answer key has been published in the website of the commission. So tallying the OMR sheet with the answer key published in the website, my lord, we can see, but I can demonstrate before your lordship that I am securing more marks than the empanel candidates without adding any score of my interview, since they have not published my score regarding my interview process. So by this act, my lord, the action of the respondent shows that they have excluded us from the process without showing any reasoning, without any public notification. That what are the reasons for our exclusion? Since they invited us to participate in the process, we have been called in the written examination, we have been called in the interview, and we have been called in the documents verification, we have been called in the second documents verification, re-verification. But in the panel, we have not been considered. Now, upon visit to the office of the commission, they say you are the pursuing candidates. My lord, I am putting question to myself, my lord, how they can say this to now, since they have allowed us to participate in the process, and there is no public notification in their website that saying that pursuing candidates will not be allowed. And if now they say that they are excluding the candidature of pursuing candidates who are pursuing B.Ed at 2021-2023, that amounts to change the rule of game, because we have been participating all throughout from 2023 to 2025. So after publication of the panel, my lord, leave was sought by us before this Honorable High Court, or leave was granted. Your lordship will find that this is a matter where leave was granted, but I could not move before any of the court, my lord. My lord, now they have published the result. They are proceeding with the process, depriving us. This is the present status of the case. And my prayer before your lordship is that the commission has failed to uphold the legitimate expectation of us, by virtue of which we have participated in the process, and we expect that state should be fair in his process. But state, by all means, my lord, at the end, without showing any reason, excluded us from the process itself, my lord. This is the factual aspects of the matter.
But in fact, the fundamental issue in this case, being in a competitive examination, if there are some, not if, in every case, there are some eligibility criteria. Now, the consistent law and also legislation and the rules everywhere is that there has to be cut-off date of eligibility. Usually, it is the date advertisement is issued. That's the consistent view everywhere. Now, in upper primary, because of the NCT 1 notifications, this was tweaked. It was little diluted, and there permission was given that someone who is pursuing, that means who is yet to get that certificate, whatever is fundamentally required to become eligible, he may also be allowed, subject to the fact that prior to this examination, he actually gets the certificate. So this is in respect of upper primary, not in this case. Now, dealing with that, there are 4-5 matters which were admitted, and all they mentions, and Lordship has fixed that matter on 15th of December. Now, I have twofold prayers. My prayer number one is, this is a fresh writ petitions, my lord. I need to use an affidavit in opposition. Because his case is this, what I have understood is, B.Ed is a necessary qualifications. Up to the Honorable Supreme Court, if someone does not have B.Ed, he cannot become a teacher. But his grievance seems to be that in my own corrigendum, I have diluted that cutoff time. And therefore, that is the rules of the game, whether I can be allowed on that. Well, in the meantime, the publication has been done, entire selection process that has been completed. I don't want that. This is, according to me, it's a fit case to be admitted so that his law points can be decided. But at the same time, I am also required to use an affidavit in oppositions. There is, to my understanding, there is no scope for an interim order. If he succeeds, he will succeed.
So the issues involved in the other writ petitions you mentioned.
Yes,
This
but
is coming up
I
on
have to
15.
clarify. If I say that issue is involved, then it will not be 100% correct, because that is an issue relating to upper primary, and this is 9, 10, 11, 12. So, but fundamental, whether pursuing candidate, whether a pursuing candidate becomes an eligible or not, that's the issue Lordship has fixed at 3 p.m. And there are two sides. One side is saying, no, we are the only eligible who have got it. We are not pursuing. We already got it prior to cutoff. There are some other petitioners. They said, no, pursuing should also be allowed. There is no final judgment, but Lordship will decide it.
My lord, only one thing, my
So
lord.
today,
Wait.
yeah.
Yes.
So therefore, on one hand,
We are not fixing those matters together.
yes,
Yes.
Let you file this your affidavit
opposition.
in opposition
Yes,
to the writ petition, and let that goes separately, because that is
yes, that I
acts are
feel.
separate.
That I feel.
My lord, only one thing, my lord. My learned senior friend perhaps showing this order, my lord.
I have not shown any order. I have just said.
Like a fixed order. My lord, in the upper primary process, it has been categorically observed by the court that this has nothing to do with 9, 10, 11, 12. First point is that. My lord, second point is that this is not a
Affidavit
case.
of service
But
filed on
In
behalf
fact, this
of-
will not happen. I would have otherwise said that this is
Only
not.
one.
It is
No,
a
no,
fit
no,
case
it's
for
not.
admission. I'm saying.
Going in an
Separately.
analogy from upper primary.
No, that is true. My lord, only one thing, my lord. Here the case is
Affidavit
otherwise.
of service filed on behalf of the
But
petitioner
my
is taken on
prayer-
record.
My there is
Acknowledgement.
Hello, may I seek leave there?
Yes.
My lord, only
Acknowledgement
interim prayer may be considered.
showing no.
The
Acknowledgement.
upper primary, my lord,
Acknowledgement.
the process
We'll
has been
take it
stayed
up.
by
We'll
this
take it up after the vacation. Gulam, acknowledgement showing payment of deficit court fees. This payment has been made, no?
Yes. 600 rupees, my lord. 4 petitioners are there.
Is filed is taken on record. Filed by the petitioners. How many petitioners there?
4 petitioners are there, my lord. In
It is
respect of
taken on
3, my
record.
lord, I have paid the deficit court fees.
Learned Mr. So and so, learned advocate for the petitioners, submits that the petitioners were allowed to participate in 7th SL. What is this exam called? In 7th state level selection test, within bracket in short, 7th SLST 2020 bracket close 2023. Petitioner numbers 1, 2, and 3 appeared for
Classes 11 and 12, paragraph 4.
classes 11 and 12, and petition number 4 appeared
Or 9 and 10.
for 1, 2, and 3 for 11, 12.
Yes, my lord. Postgraduate scale PG.
Tell
The
me
PG
1, 2,
stands for
and 3
11,
is for 11, 12.
1, 2, and 3.
11, 12.
Yes, my lord.
And petition number 4 for 9 and 10. The petitioners were successful in the written examination and they were called for interview. Accordingly, the petitioners also appeared before the interviewing board. However, their names did not figure in the final panel prepared by the commission. Commission has prepared the panel?
Yes, sir. I have annexed the
Commission.
panel. And my case is
Commission.
that I have securing more marks without
Wait,
the interviews.
If I miss out something, you indicate. He submits that the petitioners, upon tallying their OMR sheets, have found out that they have secured more marks than the last candidate who has been qualified for appointment. Upon inquiring from the commission of the petitioners being not figured in the panel, it has been orally intimated that since they were pursuing B.Ed at the time of submission of their forms, they have not been empaneled. Mr. Pratik Dhar, learned senior para. Mr. Pratik Dhar, learned senior advocate, appearing for the West Bengal Madrasa Service Commission, seeks to file an affidavit in opposition to the writ petition. 3 weeks, যদি 5 weeks or কবে যাবে এটা? You will be filing any report? No, not required.
From the state,
Yes.
no, my lord. They are the authority, my lord. They are recruiting the teachers.
2 weeks উনি পাবে 3 weeks for filing affidavit in opposition, 2 weeks to him for filing reply. তাহলে কোথায় যাবে আমাদের? আসবে কখন? উইন্টার ভ্যাকেশনের পরে? 2 weeks পরে রাখবো? 9 February কেন হবে? 3 weeks and 2 weeks for filing reply. 5 weeks হলো। February? না, আমরা জানুয়ারিতে ই করলে? তাহলে তাই করো। ছুটি আছে। তাহলে ফার্স্ট উইক অফ ফেব্রুয়ারিতে রেখে দাও। 9 February। ওটা ওয়েডনেসডে তো?
My interim prayer key, my lord, kindly consider prayer key. My lord, since
No interim
upper
prayer at
primary, my
this
lord,
time.
entire process has been stayed by this High Court. My lord, prayer key, since
No,
they will come and say that the post has been filled up, my lord, then my opportunity
All will be decided. Let them file the opposition.
My lord, prayer case says that
No, no, right now.
keep post vacant,
Yes.
tallying with the
Next.
number of petitioners.
Chalo. Next.
22, I am for the petition. I am for the statement. Filing affidavit of fact. Matter relating to interest on gratuity matter. Petitioner was an headmaster of Madrasa.
Interest on?
Gratuity matter. On gratuity matter.
Gratuity when paid? When did you
Gratuity
retire?
has been paid in
Affidavit of service filed on behalf of the petitioner, sir?
2024, my lord.
When did you retire?
My lord, this is my lord 30th June 2003, my lord. For a long time, my lord, the gratuity has been. And it was not being paid, my lord. Thereafter, I had filed a writ petition pursuant to the order of the of that writ, my lord.
It paid.
They disbursed the
gratuity on
my lord.
28th
Now I am-
December. When did you pay them?
My lord, I have stated in paragraph 5, my lord.
Also, affidavit of service filed on behalf of the petitioner is taken on record. By the present writ petition, the petitioner seeks for disbursement of interest on delayed payment of gratuity amount from the date following the date of retirement till the date of actual payment. The petitioner contains that he was a head teacher, sorry, assistant teacher of Rangmahal Koronia High Madrasa, Baganda, Ulubedia, Howrah. The petitioner retired from service on superannuation on 30th June 2003
as a headmaster.
As a headmaster. The petitioner duly filled up his pension booklet and submitted before the appropriate authority. The pension payment order was issued on 16 December 2024. Retire কবে করেছিল 2003 হুম দিচ্ছে তো তাই দেখি ডেট অফ রিটায়ারমেন্ট 2023 হতে পারে
No, single BPL. Single BPL.
So long, it took so long to.
Not so long. That's why, my lord, I had to file, my lord. Read, my lord.
Awesome. The gratuity amount was credited to the bank account of the petitioner on 28 December 2024. The petitioner seeks for payment of interest on delayed payment of gratuity. Mr. So-and-so, an advocate for the petitioner, seeks for direction upon respondent numbers 2 and 3.
2 and 3, my lord.
To disburse the interest on delayed payment of gratuity. Learned advocate for the state leaves the matter to the discretion of this. Do you have any submission?
My lord, already order passed. Same order.
Leave the matter to the discretion of the court. The petitioner retired on superannuation on 30th June 2003. Stop. The pension order has been issued on 16 December 2024 and the gratuity has been credited to the bank account of the petitioner on 28 December 2024. Hence, there is delay in payment of the gratuity. It is the bounden duty of the state to pay pension and retirement dues to the employee forthwith. As such, the petitioner entitled to interest on delayed payment of gratuity. Accordingly, in view of the above, by accordingly, Jayo, respond numbers 2 and 2 হচ্ছে Director of Pension, Provident Fund and Group Insurance, Government of West Bengal, and Treasury Officer. Respond number 3, Ulubedia, is directed to disburse interest on delayed payment of gratuity in favor of the petitioner at the rate of 8% per annum from the date following the date of retirement till the date of actual payment of the gratuity. Such payment shall be made within a period of 8 weeks from date of communication of this order. Learned advocate for the petitioner is directed to communicate this order to respond number 2, Director such and such, respond 3, Treasury Officer, for necessary compliance. Since no affidavit have been called for, baki to same disposed.
Grateful one. But I am for the petition. Lord, interest on gratuity, my lord. Which is the petitioner, my lord?
Gratuity is paid on which date?
11th March 2013.
Which paragraph you have stated?
Paragraph 10, page 5.
Area pension has not been paid.
Area pension paid, man.
Paid. Interest given.
Yes, my lord. I only interest on gratuity.
Ashun. Affidavit of service filed on behalf of the petitioner is taken on record.
Petitioner is the widow, man.
By the present writ petition, the petitioner seeks for interest. The petitioner contends that her husband was an approved non-teaching staff within bracket group D of Model Girls High Madrasa Post Dholaghat District, South 24 Parganas. Stop. The petitioner's husband retired from service on superannuation on 31st December 2011 and expired on 8th March 2014. Pursuant to the order passed in WP number 11415 within bracket W of 2002 and dismissal of the appeal being met 1075 of 2004 the gratuity and arrear pension was disbursed to the petitioner's husband. 14 on 11th March 2013. However, the interest on gratuity has not been paid. Hence this writ petition. Mr. So and so, learned advocate for the petitioner, seeks for disbursement of direction upon response number 2 and 3 for disbursement of the interest on gratuity amount. Interest on delayed payment of gratuity amount. None appears on behalf of the state. You appear. Ms. Vansol, learned advocate, who usually appears, Chatake. Ms. Vansol leaves the matter to the discretion of the court. Baki the same. It will be from which date?
After the date of retirement to till the date of actual payment.
From the date following the date of retirement.
Yes, ma'am.
1st January. He retired on following the date of retirement till the date of actual payment of the gratuity. Payment shall made within a period of 8 weeks. 8.
Grateful, ma'am.
Regularize my name,
24.
I am for the petitioner, my lord. Is it meaning that? It is a overdrawal, my lord. কাকে দান করে?
ওভারড্রল একটা দেখে নেবেন তো, আমার একটা অর্ডার দেখে নেবেন। ওভারড্রল ওই রফিক মাসিফ। Affidavit of service filed on behalf of the petition is taken on record by the present writ petition. The petitioner seeks for direction upon the respondents for a refund of the overdrawal where is the amount mentioned? Overdrawal?
16,775.
Which document? Which document?
By the way of treasury.
By way of treasury charge.
No. Any letter has been issued to you that you deposit this amount, or where is that?
Petitioner recharge thereafter 16,775 rupees overdrawal amount. By the way of
I will get it that it is a overdrawal amount.
Deposited by the way of treasury challenge.
Where is that?
This is
Where is the overdrawal document that this is against an overdrawal that you have deposited the amount?
Kindly see TR7 treasury challan.
I am seeing that treasury challan is there, but you have deposited this amount towards overdrawal. Where is that letter of the authority asking you to deposit this overdrawal amount? পরে দেখি এটা দিয়ে দিন। Go through the document, find out next week it will appear. Order করছি না, not this week. Find out that document by dint of which he has deposited that amount and place it before this court.
Yes.
Or I am for the madrasa.
I'm for the state. I'm for the state.
Petitioner?
The unsuccessful candidate in the election, he filed this petition. In the meantime, managing committee has already been formed, and that formation has already been approved by the board, which is the competent authority. Now,
Lordship, I draw your lordship's kind attention to the prayer portion, whether it is maintainable or not.
So the petitioner is not appearing.
No.
None appears on behalf of the petitioner, nor any accommodation.
He's asking for police inaction, other things he is asking for.
Issue a writ in the nature of mandamus commanding the officer in charge, Bhadreshwar Police Station, to forthwith register a first information report on the basis of the petitioner written complaint dated such and such, and to conduct a fair, impartial and time-bound investigation through an appropriate officer not below the rank of inspector.
Can you take it up on next week?
As your
Given an
lordship.
opportunity,
As your lordship.
if he appears, fine, then
Yes.
none appears on behalf of the petitioner, nor any accommodation is sought for. হ্যাঁ
না না এটা রেকর্ড করুন
এটা এটা একটু রেকর্ড করে নিন তাহলে ওদের মানুষের ডিসপোজ হতেই হবে
List this matter for ends of justice. The matter is adjourned. List this matter.
A report filed by the
Okay.
madrasa may be kept on record.
Report filed by
The madrasa.
West Bengal Board of Madrasa Education is taken on record.
report filed by DIOs.
Great.
Yeah.
দুটো চেক দেওয়া যায়? একটু এটা দিন কাগজ নেই নেই নেই।
I am appearing for the state.
The time for petitioner, praying for not today.
Or this week. You want? You are for the petitioner.
For the school.
Praying for not today, my lord, please.
Not today. It goes to the next week.
Next week I will not be here. That's why I was praying. The Lord should keep it after.
Yes. On the joint prayer of the parties, list this matter 1 week after the ensuing winter vacation.
27 and 28.
26, 27, 28, 7.
All the parties are same. You are the petitioner. Oh, no, petitioner is same. 27, you are appearing for the petitioner. And 28?
28 I am for the state, my lord. 28 I am for the state, my lord.
Give that. Near sleep, no near for
28. 28. One report has come from the concerned department, my lord. May I file the lordships?
28, huh? 1 week after the vacation. On that day, you file your report.
29.
আমরা কি ওটা রেকর্ড করলাম অর্ডার রেকর্ড করেছি হ্যাঁ নিয়ে নিন 28 এর রিপোর্টে নিয়ে ওয়েট 28 এ হ্যাঁ 28 you file your report in
My lord,
28.
one report has come from the concerned department, my lord.
28 এ রিপোর্ট ফাইল
Kindly record it, my lord.
Report filed by the state is taken on record. Item number 28.
28. Deeply obliged, your lordships.
I am for the petitioner, my lord. Not this week করবেন I am for the petitioner, my lord.
Next week.
কি বলবেন কিছু বলবেন
না 30 next
You have any submission in 29?
No, because it's taken not to.
21 and for the picture.
I am appearing for the state.
Interest on delayed payment of gratuity and arrear pension or death case, my lord, the husband and the son has come.
When did you receive that amount?
My lord, 6th of March 2024.
Family, mother and the
Mother and the son.
no wife, 2 son and mother
Wife, 2 son.
and mother.
Correct.
It will be from which date?
My lord, row part 19, my lord, from the
14th of
the date of the my lord, next date of death, my lord.
date of death.
Date of death, my lord. Date of death. Date of death. PPO I have annexed 25% of share to each of the family members.
Husband. Affidavit of service filed on behalf of the petition is taken on record. By the present petition, the petitioner seeks for interest, disbursement of interest, seeks for direction upon the respondents for disbursement of interest on delayed payment of gratuity amount and arrear pension from the date following the date of death of the deceased employee till the date of actual payment. Of the arrear, of the gratuity and arrear amount. The petitioner contains that the husband, the employee, petitioners contain that the employee was an assistant teacher in Kongsho Rahimia High Madrasa, Gudia, Post Gudia, District Murshidabad. Petitioner number 1 is the wife. Petition number 2 and 3 sons, and petition number 4 is the mother of the deceased employee. There is a mistake. In para 2 there is a mistake. ঠিক আছে, তাহলে petitioner Sanjali to do. Petition number 4 is the mother of the deceased.
Mother of the deceased.
Mother of the ঠিক আছে. The petitioner the employee, he retired after or died in harness.
Died in harness.
The deceased employee died in harness on 25th November 2022. The pension payment order was issued
6th of March.
on 6th March 2024 and payment was made
22nd of April 2024.
22nd. The disbursement of gratuity and arrear pension was made on 22nd April 2024. The petitioner, due to such delayed payment, seeks interest on the disbursed amount. Ms. Devjani Saha, Saul, learned advocate for the petitioners, seeks direction upon respond numbers 2 and 3. Ranked 2 and 3 for disbursement of the interest on delayed payment of gratuity and arrear pension.
I'm applying for the statement.
Mr. Swenso, learned advocate for the state, leaves the matter to the discretion of the court. We did go over the petitioners. The employee died in harness on 25th November 22. Pension payment order was issued on 6th March 24. It did take to mention for it. It is found from the contention made in the petition that there is a delay in payment of gratuity and arrear of pension. It is the bounden duty of the state to disburse the pension and retirement dues within forthwith. Failing which, the petitioners are entitled to interest on delayed payment. Accordingly, 2 and 3 directed to disburse payment interest on to the petitioners on delayed payment of gratuity and arrear pension at the rate of 8% per annum from the date of death of the following the date of death of the deceased employee till the date of actual payment of the gratuity amount and arrear pension. The payment shall be made within a period of 8 weeks from date of communication of this order. Learned advocate for the petitioner.
Grateful, ma'am.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.